where are the first cuts felt? And I think oftentimes it's in small communities, and we're seeing a similar story in Northern Ontario with CBC cuts. So in the future, Claire has some very brilliant ideas that she'd like to bring to the blog.
Absolutely brilliant. Okay, these are reflecting my research interests, which I mentioned earlier. But I think there's been some amazing work that's being done around local food initiatives or buy local. I mentioned earlier what's happening in Prince Edward County. There's some other great examples, and so we'd like to profile those, looking at the strategies that were used. This is also related to the whole notion of buying local, and there's been debates in the media around buy American and buy Canadian, and the debates are around, well, does that become protectionism? Is that really a good thing? And similar debates occur in the literature around local food, developing alternative food networks. So we want to kind of explore that, but also just profiling some exciting things that are happening in the Eastern region. The other area is sustainable development. Again, my interest is around developing sustainable transport systems, so communities that are walkable, bike-friendly. This is all linked into a creative economy strategy. If you're trying to attract talent to your community, you need to have a livable community, and being walkable, bike-friendly is one of the factors that will contribute to that.
We're also going to hopefully get more information as it kind of trickles down on SODA and who will be kind of handling this and what it will mean. And we're starting to get a bit more information as the months kind of pass, and we'll be updating on that regularly. Of course, policy highlights we'll be always keeping on top of, and any current issues or opportunities that kind of arise. And then just by listening to some of the presentations today, seeing the issues of youth attraction and retention, there were some important lessons, I think, from the Northern Ontario research that we did that a lot of us tend to forget, attracting maybe youth who have left from the region, who might want to come back when they're in their 30s for the quality of life to raise a family. And so one of the recommendations from that paper was to do a Back at 30 initiative, which wasn't something that had been approached before. And so hopefully there's some lessons we can learn on different strategies for that as well. So why participate in the blog? Well, there are some community opportunities that we feel are pretty important. First of all, we think that it got a real strength in building connections with academics and other leaders and people who are interested in economic development here in Eastern Ontario. The blog also creates a learning environment where everyone can engage with pertinent local and regional economic development issues here. And more importantly, it provides a forum for discussion, and it presents opportunities for cross-community learning and idea generation here in the region. For the academics, for us, the blog serves as a very important feedback mechanism which strengthens our relationships with the communities. More importantly, I think for Claire and I at the stage that we're in our research, it's an amazing tool for learning for us, and it really helps us identify the actual or on-the-ground needs of communities here in this region. And more importantly, it allows us the opportunity to kind of connect what we're learning in our academic research and literature to reality and the on-the-ground experiences of you, the practitioners. So hopefully you're all now excited to get involved, and you're wondering, how do we do this? So we're going to let you know. If you visit easternontarionowledge.ca, you'll see on the left-hand side the Creative Communities blog link, as well as the discussion forum link. There's a write a comment section at the end of each blog. You don't need to be a registered user, although we encourage you to register with the site. And you just basically provide your name and email to post a comment. For the discussion forum, you do need to be a registered user, so there are instructions there, and we encourage you to sign up. There's also an RSS feed where you can be signed up to be notified whenever we post a blog. So it'll automatically come to you, so you don't have to spend time searching for it. So we thank you for your time. If you have any questions or ideas, we'd be happy to hear them.
What's your volume like now, or are you still just promoting it?
We're hopefully we'll see it pick up after today. The volume's been quite the volume's been quite slow so far. So we've been trying to create some interest, and today was really our forum to kind of disseminate the knowledge and hopefully get people interested and excited about it.
We've really just begun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Claire,
Yeah.
I know we were in Eastern Ontario, and is this something that would, in fact, I believe it would be something that would have an interest provincially? So are you opposed to disseminating it provincially, or do you want to keep it in Eastern Ontario?
The actual topics we're discussing?
Yeah, the blog, like, getting the blog out.
Oh, the blog out, I think, is available to anybody, anywhere. You can go on and you can view the articles if you're from wherever. It doesn't matter. The topics we do try to ground locally and regionally, just to kind of connect with what's happening here
There may also be ideas, though.
that we pull.
Yeah, Harold. That, you know, if there are models or example success stories that are from other parts of Ontario, or in fact from other regions of the country, we try to we try to pull those in.
Ground it in Eastern Ontario, but definitely see it as something that everybody is going to want to kind of feed into.
I guess from my perspective, representing a provincial interest, I would not want to, or I would recommend this creative stuff you're doing here, not keeping it under a interest from Eastern Ontario.
No, absolutely, no. That's a good suggestion.
Who's the gatekeeper? It doesn't go directly in, does it?
The posting comments?
Yeah, when you go.
Yeah, well, for the blog, the comments do come through me.
Okay.
Make sure it's not come check out
No,
the
it's-
website. And the discussion forum though is moderated by Nathaniel Lewis and the other RA you mentioned.
So get controversial, start posting.
Just a comment that I think it's really wonderful, but I think it's really not going to be from truly rural Ontario. Our small business owners, if they have access to internet, it's dial-up. They're also
That's a good point.
they're also doing their own bookkeeping, housekeeping, inventory, and very often look after their aging parents. So to get on a blog at 10 o'clock at night on their dial-up internet, you know, you might want to monitor where you're getting your call it from. As a mayor in Eastern Ontario, the rural community, I get a lot of emails and have a lot of discussion with my seasonal residents who live in Ottawa and Toronto and those places and have all those tools and all those things that I don't get that kind of communication from my local business owners. I have to go to the store and check out the bulletin board and see what's on and go to the event. So you're ahead of the curve. It's great to know the tools there. I'm not expecting you'll have an overwhelming expense response in the immediate future.
Good
It's a
point.
great blog topic, though.
Actually, yeah.
Well, I want to thank our friends from geography, Heather and Claire and Betsy. Have a little thank you.